Hello there and welcome back. So while I was away this weekend, an old tweet from a former Bethesda employee resurfaced that was originally posted back in June. The former lead lighting artist essentially confirmed there would be more cities than just the four major ones that we've been told about, which are Neon, New Atlantis and Aquila. There is a fourth that's not been revealed yet, and being Earth has been ruled inaccessible, I think it's more than likely a key story city? Possibly an alien one if First Contact does turn out to be the purpose of the main questline. I always expected there to be more than just four major cities, but it is always nice to have some kind of confirmation. Currently in my head, I think Starfield is following in the footsteps of Firefly, so instead of the Alliance and the Independents, we have the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective, and this is after the war. Humanity is spread throughout the stars, and there's now an uneasy peace between the two warring factions. So I think a little bit of conjecture about what we could possibly find out in the Starfield universe is worth a look. So this is what I think. So I kind of expect to still find quite a few military bases in operation around the systems. Be they outposts, research, black ops, possibly even like super dodgy outposts where you really don't want to know what's going on in there, but you're gonna go have a look anyway. And with the tension still being quite high after the war, I expect a lot of these military bases and outposts are going to be a mixture of fully operational to completely derelict, allowing us to explore various different aspects of what happened during the war. Obviously this is highly conjectural about it, but I do think that they're going to probably put a lot of bits of the history of what happened during the war in the game for us to explore and piece together exactly what happened and what caused the war in the first place. And then there'll be all the non-military colonies and settlements that will be spread amongst the stars. I imagine after the war there'll be ones that we'll find that will be perfectly fine and just welcome us with open arms. Other ones that will be decimated and barely holding on, desperate for help or possibly send us away immediately as they want nothing to do with us. Or just outright destroyed settlements that have long been forgotten and abandoned, and we're there just to pick the carcass clean of whatever resources and technology that we can find. I imagine that we'll possibly find places where terraforming was attempted, and who knows, that might even set off a whole keychain on a planet where we can actually maybe terraform an entire planet. I mean, I know in real life it would take way longer than a video game's worth of play, but, it's a science fiction game. I don't need it to be completely science fact, but if there is something that allows me to help a settlement with a terraforming thing, I'd really enjoy that. Then we get onto the possibility of things like space stations and space colonies. I'm not expecting, like massive space stations like Babylon 5, with countless people living in a big rotating drum. But I do think that we might find some sort of minor space stations. I mean, we have seen little snippets from the reveal showcase that actually showed some kind of, I don't know what to call it exactly, a space station refueling depot, maybe? But I expect that we'll probably, if anything, find maybe like space colonies that are built on dwarf planets, like a bit like Ceres Station from The Expanse, where there's ice, that's where we're going to build something and we'll live there, and then the colony's just grown from that point on. I think that's probably something that we'll see more of than actual big giant orbiting space stations. Anyway, that's enough wild conjecture from me for today, so if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching, it is appreciated. I'll hopefully be returning soon with some different content, and until then, take care.